Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I want to remind you that as Kenya celebrates her heroes, I really want to take this opportunity to celebrate you because you've made our channel grow together because of your unwavering support. And again, I'm really humbled to have you back on our channel. Help me look at the picture that I'm showing you on the screen. And I want you to scrutinize that picture very carefully with a fine-tooth comb. Noticeably, you'll realize that President Ruto is standing there, very keen, and there's another soldier there behind him. But there are several empty chairs. Not one, not two, but more than 10. Who do you think those chairs were reserved for? William Ruto, as the president, had all the cabinet secretaries, the permanent secretaries, all of them, because they could not afford to miss this occasion. Those empty chairs were reserved for the diplomats, the ambassadors, the high commissioners, UN diplomats. Not even a single, ladies and gentlemen, bothered to attend the today's Ruto's Mashujaa Day. What do you think is happening? Because it can never be a coincidence that all of them just decided to snub an event that William Ruto was presiding over. What do you think was really happening? Because this is humiliating. You've seen many of our holiday celebrations, especially during the Uhuru Kenyatta regime. Diplomats could never miss even a single holiday. Now, to make this even worse, the president of Angola had jetted into the country, but he also snubbed this occasion, this event, and he was represented by his minister. Don't you think there is something that more than meets the eye? Now, I decided to check on the Diplomats Twitter handle, and I only checked our two diplomats, the prefects. For those who have followed this channel, we have the big boys, the people I believe installed Ruto to the presidency, the people who I believe call the shots. Whatever they say will always be implemented in Kenya. And I began with Meg Whitman, who's the ambassador, US ambassador to Kenya, just to check what she said, because this would tell us their thoughts and feelings. Did they even bother? Did they even explain why they missed this opportunity? Did they even congratulate Kenya on this very day as Kenya celebrates the Mashujaa Day? Let us look at Meg Whitman. And the last tweet that Meg did was on 17th, and today was 20th. So for 3 days, she has never tweeted. And this is what she said. The last tweet is what I'm looking at. She retweeted something that the president of US, Joe Biden, had said, that on Wednesday, I'll travel to Israel to stand in solidarity in the face of Hamas' brutal terrorist attack. I'll then travel to Jordan to address dire humanitarian needs, meet with leaders, and make clear that Hamas does not stand for the Palestinians' right to self-determination. That was a tweet. And of course, she also did another one, that a tweet that had come from Secretary of State Blinken. So Meg Whitman is so much concerned about what is happening between Israel and Palestine. She did not bother even to congratulate Kenyans. In other words, They don't even think about the Kenyan Mashujaa Day. Now let's go back to the UK High Commissioner to Kenya, Mr. Neil Wigan, because I just want to look at America and UK. Neil Wigan apparently had met with the Musalia Mudavadi to arrange for the long-awaited visit to Kenya by King Charles. And he didn't write anything to do with Mashujaa. The last tweet was, "I congratulated Musalia Mudavadi on his new portfolio, and we discussed the royal visit to Kenya, a historic moment in the UK-Kenya partnership." That is what he tweeted. In other words, he's so much concerned about the king's visit to Kenya. They don't care about the Mashujaa Day celebration. What does this tell you, ladies and gentlemen? Because I would have thought that they would even wish Kenya or congratulate Ruto on this day as he marks the 68th Mashujaa Day, something of the sort. And I was just thinking, why do you think this has happened? Number one, before this meeting, before maybe in the morning, it was reported that during the wee hours, there was a bit of a stampede because there was a lack of organization, and 4 people died in the process. On such an auspicious day, and you know very well that you are taking an occasion, an event to Kericho, your home county, and you know you've mobilized people, because Rigathi said that when William Ruto was away, he spent some days there trying to, it was a kind of a chief whip. He was whipping people to go and fill that stadium to show people that William has got the people. Because apart from just celebrating the Mashujaa Day, they had an agenda to show that they have the people, and that's what took Gachagua there. Someone was telling me that some people were paid, others went there for their love of Ruto and Gachagua. You know, people started going there, I think, as late as night, but they didn't organize this thing well, and we've lost lives, unfortunately, on a day when we are celebrating, lives of heroes. So these diplomats, I think, just decided that where people have died, they were not going to rubber stamp and congratulate Ruto and Kenya when people are dying, because they don't like where there's disorganization. And so they decided to snub this event. Number 2, diplomats really feared this kind of gathering, because even US had warned about a terrorist attacks, and they want their citizens to stay away from crowded places, to stay away from where diplomats, ambassadors, and foreigners usually frequent, because they know that terrorists can easily target such places, and with the kind of security arrangement that we have, we cannot protect them. And this could be the reason why they decided to snub this event, ladies and gentlemen. There is a general feeling that this stadium was still under construction. There is a lot of mud, as you can see. There are places that still needed to be refurbished well before such an event would take place. It was just too muddy. And I think they decided to snub it because of the state of the affairs. This stadium needs facelifting. If we have to host such dignitaries, if we have to organize such an event in Kericho Stadium. People are wondering, was it a must that this this event be taken to Kericho Green Stadium? Was it a must? Because I'm really mad whenever we lose lives unnecessarily, because someone may have lost a mother, a sister. It's really very bad. It's really sad. And so this is the reason why maybe the state of the stadium might have led them to snub this occasion. Number 3, I think the state of the nation in terms of the political state You know, US and UK forced William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga to sit down and talk. And that is why we have bipartisan talks going on in Bomas. But they have seen the way William Ruto is misbehaving sometimes. Like he stopped Raila from, just going to Mavoko demolition just to see what was happening. And he's really hell-bent on humiliating Raila Amolo Odinga. And I think this is something that they might not like. You see, they installed Ruto, but they want a kind of tranquility, especially now that the King Charles is about to land to Kenya. They want peace. And so maybe they snapped it just to show Ruto that he needs to exercise some decorum in his kind of politics. Because already William is the president. They gave him that win and they are protecting him. They just don't like the way he's behaving. I don't know what you think, but it is an humiliation to William Samoei Ruto.